So today I will discuss about the 5G use case in particular, which is enhanced mobile broadband service, massive machine type communication and ultra reliable low latency communication. Enhanced mobile broadband, we can say like it's the high data rate everywhere, irrespective of the location, irrespective of the condition. We must get a good data rate, and that particular service comes under this. So like we are using in a dense populated areas or in the offices, smart buildings, smart offices, so a lot of high end users will be there, or if you are moving in a high speed train or even on the aircraft, so that you can get a very high speed services there. And if some event is being organized like in the stadium or in the open areas, so the demand to transfer the videos will be high. So in those cases you need to have a very high end user rate, and the volume that will be transferred will be huge. So moving further, here is the one area was to get the services, but also the another one was to get the wide area coverage, so that the user can get these high speed services or get the seamless user experience, irrespective of whether a user is nearer to the site or the farther away from the site. So along with the high data rate, you can also add a wide area coverage. That is also one of the point that will be covered here. So keep this in mind. It's not only the data rate, you are also looking for the seamless coverage and a very good mobility with a good user experience. Obviously the data requirement might be different at the different locations, so we might be knowing the few terms which is mentioned here, like we know like MIMO, multiple input and multiple output. So this we have already tested in LTE advanced, and where we have used the array element up to 8, we have that has been tested, and now it has been further extended to a larger scale, and that is known as the massive MIMO. So capacity is the main purpose for the massive MIMO here. And then you already know the modulation coding scheme. In general we used to have till 64 QAM, but later on in LTE advanced also it does to 256, and so in 5G we will be seeing the further advancement of the high rate modulation coding scheme. Then the carrier aggregation, this is again a known name, but here we will be seeing a huge requirement of the volume. So you need advanced level of carrier aggregation, so that the overall band that will be available for the 5G services will be more as what we have in our LTE advanced or in the LTE. And then the beamforming, we have heard it in the LTE, but here it's completely different. Here we are going to use the 3D beamforming, that is actually going to help you in improving the coverage and also for the 3D dimensional user. So this is something that that is actually added a very good feature when we are talking about the 5G use case. So here we understand two things. First, what is the requirement that we are going to get under the enhanced mobile broadband use case, and how we are going to achieve it, and what are the implementation that is required to be done. Apart from that, we know like we have some understanding like NSA implementation that will be started or it has already started in some part of the world, where when we say NSA, basically is non-standalone implementation, where we are using the 4G platform and also adding of the 5G new radio and try to achieve this particular use case that is called enhanced mobile broadband service. So here we will be having the LTE core. Core is not of the 5G. LTE radio is being used for the signaling, and for data of 5G we are using the new radio, that is the new radio access technology. Here we have mentioned about the release. This particular use case family, enhanced mobile broadband services, is something we are going to see from the release 15, which is called the phase 1 of the 5G. With this, I have covered the first use case, and the next two use case will be covered in the next video. So I want to know your feedback, like you want to have a explanatory session or it's like a very small descriptive session. So on the basis of your feedback, I will module my session accordingly. But the idea here is to make the people understand in the easier way. So please, if you like my video, subscribe my channel